What's going on, people? It's your man, the White Bee, back once again. So, got leaked official Ben 10, aka 10 Whittaker versus Liam Cameron 2. The gloves are off. I got a few notes, i.e., the timestamp, so let's get to it. Bash.
October 12th. Did he hurt you?
Not
At
really.
all?
No, that's
Not
one,
really.
That,
Not really.
that's one thing I said. He had no punching power at all. I'm a Christian man. I don't lie. That's honest to God. You do not punch at all.
Do you think you hurt him, Liam?
Yeah.
Oh man, listen, man. Listen. I got £14, about 20 quid in the end. I got 20 quid on Cameron. What is it? About 3-1. But listen, if Whittaker goes in there and he shows something different, we can half excuse it, right? But until that point, saying he can't punch, all you can do is laugh. Oh, he can't punch, he can't punch. You was wilting in there, man, seriously. You was going to get stopped, and you knew that. There was nothing wrong with your leg or your back, or whatever it was you said you did. Yeah? And a true, honourable warrior, I'll never believe. Of all the men we've seen in there with real bad injuries, whether they did or didn't quit, like even, for example, Billy Joe, he quit. But I'd be a liar if I told you I didn't understand why. I think we can all agree to that. That said, on the other side of it, I'll be very shocked if even one person on this planet, on God's green earth, if there's even one person who can honestly say, yeah, no, I get why Ben Whittaker didn't put his boot back on. His boot didn't even fall off. Why did he get up? That's the point. Yeah, there's not one person on this planet who will sit there and say, no, I honestly understand why Ben 10 didn't get up and carry on fighting. Inexcusable, this quitting here. Now, if I'm in there and Paulie I don't know, is there any historians out there? Did Paulie Malignaggi ever make someone quit? I wouldn't have thought so. He can't punch. So if someone can't punch and you go over the ropes, listen, Gerald McClellan can punch. Yeah? Nigel Benn gets boshed out the ring by a pound-for-pound puncher and gets back in the ring. That's against a pound-for-pound puncher who certainly could punch. I don't think Liam Cameron is a pound-for-pound puncher. That's not the point, though. You felt like he was. That's why you didn't get up. Looking at your foot and shit. Yeah, and getting wheeled off in a wheelchair to make it look believable. That was bad, bro. Seriously. That was real bad. That was a real bad look. So you can't drop them he can't punch bars, unfortunately. You can't drop them. You just can't. I don't believe it. Now, we can also think about, well, is it possible Whittaker wasn't fit? And if you're not fit, certainly the shots may feel heavier than if you're fully conditioned. But whose fault's that? So we can't do all that, man. He could punch. On that night, Ben 10, Liam Cameron felt like the second coming of Muhammad Ahmad Mike Tyson. Yeah? That's what it was. You jumped out that ring like you was in the ring with Muhammad Ahmad Mike Tyson. That's a fact. Stop playing with me. That's what you did. You skeeted out of the ring, man. Stop playing. But you can't punch. I've never seen someone so shook to get hit again. I ain't gonna lie. Anyway, on to the next one.
So it was no one's fault, Liam?
Do you know what I can remember is I was thinking, I'm going to stop him. I could see him proper faded and I thought, I'm never confident. I always be lower than where it is. I built him up to be a monster. I can remember thinking, fine, I'm going to stop him. Then I hit him with some body shots, took wind out of him, and he actually holded me, and because he was tired, he did before he went back, put his head back.
I see you smiling, man. You're smiling at his description, you're smiling at his...
I like it.
His translation of what happened.
He's very calculated, but it's very nice. But at the end of the day, it's a good job I've been doing gymnastics this time, so if it does happen, I can land on my feet.
Do you think I'm being calculated?
Maybe so. You broke it down to a T. Oh, I flipped my head at 0.2 seconds and I...
No, but you did flick your head, bro. And you know what? Even if you didn't flick your head, let's assume the momentum of a man coming at you, pause, and putting into you, pause, and you flip backwards, maybe your head would go that way. Maybe your head does lead your body. That don't excuse why you didn't get back up. Bottom line. Yeah? Head going back or not your fault, wasn't your fault, is your fault. You went over there, you didn't bang your head. You didn't bang nothing. You just didn't. Nothing was banged at all. Yeah? So it's irrelevant how he breaks it down or not. I'm glad, to be honest, we're getting to the end of these corny bars from this guy. Listen, I'm not a hater at all. I hope he does. I hope the best wins. I'm not one of them guys you're going to see. Even when I saw Bivol, I had money on Beterbiev in the rematch. But when I saw what I saw, I'm not going to sit here being, oh, no. It is what it is. The better man won. In the rematch, Beterbiev won the first fight for sure. And the second fight, Bivol won that. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, no, he didn't. Oh, no. He did well, man. Fair play to him. So I'm not fussed either way, but you can't change history. And Cameron goes on to say in this, we might cover the clip, we might not, but he goes on to say, if I was you, I'd just be honest. That's the best thing you can do. And the problem with living in delusion is, oh no, it wasn't that. No, it wasn't that. It was this. When it happens again, if you don't recognise, okay, this is what I understand already. I understand these things can happen, i.e. someone's digging my body and wading into me. If you don't acknowledge that, you're going to end up back where you was and be in denial again. You can't live in denial, man. That's crazy. This dude's super duper denial with it.
Ben, what was the injury?
I've already said. I've got the doctor's notes and whatnot.
No, tell us what the injury is.
I don't need to tell you because it's been done.
I got the doctor's note. Man. I got this moody note, I promise. I can't do PE, coach. I got my mum written me a note. That's mad. Ben Whittaker just said on national TV, yeah, I don't need to tell you what I injured because my mum wrote me a special note. Yeah, that's what he said. You heard it. Don't play with me like that. You heard the bars from him. His mum's got a note to explain why he couldn't get back in the ring. That's mad. This guy got no shame. Seriously, he's got no shame at all. Yeah, you was puffing, and I get it. We've all been there. If you've done sport at any level, I'm trying to think of maybe not football to be fair, but any intense sport where you're trying to think of the examples. There's loads of examples where you're proper redlining 24/7. There's no free kicks or you have a rest, but you're redlining. Yeah. Boxing's the worst one of it. Any combat sport's the worst version of redlining. Because in swimming, for example, if you get that tired, you just slow off. There's no consequence to it apart from the fact your time sucks, for example, or in running. If you back off from the pain, whatever. In boxing, though, when you're goosed, you've got another dude there who's talking to you, and you see how it's going to go for you. One more time.
And we still need more answers. Ben, what was the injury?
I've already said. I've got the doctor's notes and whatnot.
No, tell us what the injury is.
I don't need to tell you because it's been done.
What was it?
Come on, bro, man. You was puffing. You was goosed. That's what happened here. It was goose gate. You got tired and you realised there's another man in front of you, a proper trained championship type man. And he was ready to go. And I get it. I can empathise with that position you're in. That's why I've always said, in my opinion, for the little I know, cardio is the most underrated skill you can have. The last place I want to be in a ring is being goosed. Yeah, I'd rather get knocked out cold, honestly. I'd rather get knocked out cold from a punch somewhere. I'd never want to be in there puffing or dying inside because you've got nothing left and the other dude's all over you, man. Cardio is the most... You can be as quick as you want. You can have all the power you want. The minute you're tired, all that speed... And Whittaker's a great example of that. All that speed... He hasn't got no power, but all that speed and all that moodiness he'd be doing, it meant nothing. Yeah? And yet, in boxing in particular, you see cardio is the most neglected part, really. That's where you see most times. Look at Johnny Fisher puffing, And that was against Dave Allen, who don't train himself, just goosed. Anyway, here's the next clip. We've got 8:50.
His Ben Shalom said it was his neck and his spine. He said it was his ankle. They should have both sat down in a room and gone, listen, lads, what we're going to say is it's my neck. And we'll stick to that story. But they've got the stories crossed, everything.
Each time I will give you the question. You can answer it how you want. But then you're going to answer it to either infuriate the public because they've made up their mind, or you can say, you know, this is what happened. If you don't believe me, it's up to you. What was the injury?
Everything. Spinal, like Mike Tyson said. I came out the ring with a whole body caster. I broke my knee, fractured my shin.
And this sarcasm thing, we haven't seen it before. He's much more humble now. Is it going to help or not? I'm trying to think. I guess what's important is not necessarily what he says publicly. What's in his heart, though? Does he recognise that he punked out? Maybe you can't recognise. No, but I'm trying to think of examples of it. But some of the best fighters, I think it was George Foreman, maybe. They came back from quitting or something like that. I don't know. There's examples of it. They stunk the place out and they've come back and been better than ever, kind of thing. They fell off and they've got back on it. I think you have to recognise that, though. I'm not sure you can blag your way to martyrdom based on delusions. Oh no, I hurt my back. Oh yeah, let's make a joke about it. Oh no, I broke everything. But who knows the internal conversation he's having? Hopefully he's having the right ones.
Little chip out my neck as well.
I might be wrong, but the flack, the stick, the backlash you got bothered you.
Killed him.
It bothered you. No, it bothered you to the point where you're thinking, you know what? I'm going to say, I'm only one to say, I'm not telling you anything. This is my truth. This is how I'm going to answer it. I'm going to leave you ignorant.
No, Johnny, come on now.
Do you not think?
Be a bit damp middle.
I'll say
no,
this.
listen, I'm talking like I've seen the picture.
If the stick hits you, though, you're not cut out for it. Luckily enough, I was cut out for it. People talk about me because I am that guy. People say a lot of things about me because I am that guy and I'm supposed to be that guy. So they're talking for a reason.
So there's multiple levels and layers. This is like inception of delusion. So in one breath, I broke all my bones. Just sarcasm. The next breath, he can't punch. The next breath, I'm the best thing since sliced bread. No, Ben 10. Yeah, the best thing since sliced bread would have said, hey, listen, coach, tighten that boot up, man. We got works to do. Win, lose or draw, we got works to do. I ain't going out on my back like a two-bit hooker. That's what I'm not doing. Yeah, that's what the guy would do. The guy wouldn't jump out, get in the wheelchair, punch a hole through the... Oh, mum. That was what he was doing. When he punched the wall, he's blaming his mum. They're the vibes I get. Yeah? They're the vibes I get. He was, oh, mum, it's your fault. That's punching a hole in the cardboard wall, really, after he jumped out the ring. No one asked you to jump out the ring. Everyone was shocked that you weren't getting back in there. You chose to do that, so own up to it. But you're the guy. You're the guy. If you don't win this fight, you'll be the guy who's known. Your career will be. That's the dude, the knockoff Naz, who jumped out the ring at the first sign of trouble at British level.
So at the end of the day, they can talk, yeah, this, that. Like I said, when I win April the 20th, and you bring that mic to me, I'm going to pass it back over to him and say, he had a lot to say before the fight. Let him talk again.
And they're good bars from Whittaker, to be fair. That's probably what he should do if he wins. But, yeah, we're not going to know, obviously. But we're not going to know until the bell goes, unfortunately. Well, not even the bell goes. We're not going to know. I don't think we'll know much until we're about halfway through. Round 5, we'll know how the fight's going. If Whittaker's fresh, if Whittaker hasn't shown signs of wilting by round 5, I don't think the wheels will fall off. If he's proper boxing to a canter, which is possible, he's twitchy. If he stays on the outside and he's proper, just having a laugh, and Cameron can't just get on him, I can see him seeing it out. Although his wheels could just fall off, they could just fall off. But yeah, we should know by round 5 what the situation is. You'll see a chink in him by that point, in my opinion, if it's going to come.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what? Do you know when, like, you're so tired?
I'm quitting.
You're so tired. You just want out of there. You want out of that ring, and that's what he wanted out. He wanted out.
I loved him, bars. He was so tired, buffing, man. He didn't want no more. He didn't want no more. Do you know what it's like to tell a man that? Yeah. I heard the way he was breathing. He was breathing deeply. I heard it. Ben, you can say what you want. I was in there hearing how he was breathing, how sloppy your shots were. There's nothing left on your shots. Cameron said that before. There's nothing left on your shots. You didn't want no more. You wanted out of there. I get it. I've been there myself. That's how I know it takes one to know one. Liam Cameron, right? My name's Liam Cameron. I've been there before. I've been in your position, absolutely puffing. That's what it was. Oh, fair play, man. They're building the fight, though.
Whittaker. Ben Whittaker.
I think I know the answer. I'm asking you anyway. Did you quit?
Yeah.
You want to leave a bury that?
He was a killer, man. I had to just leap out there for my own good. Like leapfrog.
More sarcasm. Honestly, so far at least, I'm not really getting... I'm trying to think, there's not much. And the problem is we can't put everyone in boxes. We can't say this is the wrong thing to do. Exactly, because for all we know, we go in there and he wins and it's all forgotten and whatnot. That said, I'm not getting serious. I'm not getting serious kind of you know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling getting serious vibes. Oh, I broke my back. Oh yeah, I quit. It's all sarcasm. He thinks it's sarcasm. I'm not getting anything in there that's material. Yeah? I materially believe something different's going to happen. I'm hearing, oh yeah, just joking with it. Video game playing. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm getting video game vibes from this guy. That's what I'm getting right now. And maybe William Cameron won't be the guy. I think Whittaker's clearly talented. I'm not sure Cameron will be the guy. I wouldn't bet my life on it Cameron's going to be the guy to expose it. You've only got to look at, for example, the Lyndon Arthur fight, for example. Lyndon Arthur's a boxy type dude. I'd argue he's nowhere near as twitchy as Whittaker. So there's a precedent for how you beat Liam Cameron. I'm not sure this guy though, honestly. My base case right now is if it gets tough, I'm not betting on him pulling through, from what I'm hearing. For example, I don't know. You see you big stiff Rotherham idiot. Yeah? You caught me on my weakest night and you're getting it. Yeah? You'll need 10 plumbers and a scaffolder to do you. I'm not getting none of that. It's all like, oh yeah. Whittaker himself is saying, oh yeah, I'm Whittaker. Oh yeah, I broke my neck. I'm not getting no serious bars. His argument is, well, I'm going to be serious on the night. I'm not getting no venom. Do you see what I mean? Not that venom necessarily means anything, but I can't really take much from this, apart from when he said, I'm going to pass you back the mic. I'm not getting nothing that makes me feel real committed about his performance. He should be filled with venom towards Cameron's unwound his whole hype train. So I see more, oh yeah, I'm still the guy. You know what I mean? It's everything but what I want to hear, essentially. Oh, I'm still the guy. Oh yeah, I broke my neck. I'm quit. Which is it? Are you still the guy? Or did you break your neck and you really quit? You joking with it, oh, I'm still the guy. None of these bars are believable, right? It's not believable that you're still the guy. Or you've always been the guy. I was the guy born to be this guy. Guy. It's not believable, oh yeah, I quit, I broke my neck. He hasn't given me much to believe in, is what I'm saying.
And there was no way you could carry on.
Sadly.
This is where you've got him, Johnny, because he ain't got answers. Unfortunately, look, I'm not saying it to be bad. I don't want to cause no friction, but I've got to be honest. He's got no answers.
This is what you're leaving the conclusion for people to make.
Do you know what I mean? If I were going to be a better fan...
That's what I'm saying. No answers. There's nothing in there you can bite your teeth into and say, okay. Will it matter? Will it not? Time will tell. I'm not. From what I'm hearing here, I'm not backing this at all. Just not. I think this for me looks like something someone says. The light in his eyes have gone a bit, and it looks like it might be a. I'm trying to think. There's been examples of it. As something happens in the first fight, and then their light goes out, and the second fight's just as bad, if not worse. I can't think of examples, but there's been examples of it before.
Me personally, I go, look, I went knackered. I didn't train hard enough. I underestimated him, but this time it's going to be better. You can't even get that out of him. It could change everything by just admitting his faults, because
exactly what I'm thinking, man. Exactly what I'm thinking. The question is that necessary? Is it necessary to tell the truth? Perform well. We're going to find out. Nothing to go on. It's like it's the clown show again from the first fight. That's how the vibes I'm getting. The stupid video game playing, anime watching bars. Oh, yeah. What's that big pink dude? The big pink hippo, whatever it was. I forgot his name now. There was a TV show in the UK. Big pink hippo looking dude. It's one of them. Swear down. The big, what's it called? Barney. Barney, man. I'm getting Barney vibes. What was it? What was the TV show called? Let me have a look at this Barney. Oh, come on, man. Don't do me this way. Don't do me this way. Come on, Master Balls. Don't do me this way with the tab, man. Barney. I'm sure it was Barney. Kids TV show. Here we go. Let me show you the Barney and Friends, man. That's mad. These are the vibes I'm getting from this light-skinned dude here. I'm gonna be honest with you right now. Yeah, I'm getting these type vibes from him. Let me show you this right now. This sums up the interview. I shouldn't have spent so much time trying to explain it. Just look at this picture. Yeah, clown vibes. Barney. The big hippo, is it? Whatever it is. A big hippo dinosaur looking ass. Yeah? These are the vibes I'm getting. Nothing to bite your teeth into and say, oh, it looks like he's woken up. And if it gets tough, if it doesn't get tough, like I've said, he'll skate through. If it gets tough, I'm 90% confident his wheels are going to fall off again. Cameron's got to come out and get on him. And even when you watch the first fight, I'd argue Cameron, well, Whittaker was kind of half meeting him there. He wasn't running around like he normally is. In this fight, Whittaker's not going to come out like he did before, I don't believe. Whittaker's got a new trainer. Is he going to... Sometimes these fighters get confused. If you've been doing things a certain way for the last 20 years and then or 10 years, you get a new trainer and it's only been 8 weeks and he's trying to change things and whatnot. Messy. Creates uncertainty, creates confusion. You've got to get on him. You've got to proper get on him. That's what you've got to do. Seriously. Beat your Normandy. Straight onto him. And stuck to your head. Just walk right onto him. And bully him all around the place. A bit like Chisora and Usyk won. I didn't see Chisora and Usyk won, at least for the first few rounds, in the Whittaker versus Cameron performance. You've got to proper just get on him and make him panic. What you don't want to do is let him get into a rhythm. He's comfortable, and you're getting a bit tired, and then you've lost it. You've got to break this guy psychologically quick. That's my advice to him. Where's the rest of the thing here? Come on, man.
Yeah, better fight. You've got to admit your faults.
What were your faults in the fight?
He knows them all. So
no, I'm asking you. You didn't know your...
He knows them all.
You tell me what your faults were. What you said you performed at your worst. What was it? You didn't move, you didn't jab, you didn't listen, what was it?
Let the technician, break it down. He's broke everything else down.
Like Freddie Roach on it at a minute.
I know, he's going to get coach of the year as well.
So far, 6 months or X amount of months later, it must be 6 months. Wow, that's gone quick. That's crazy. It feels like the other day. So 6 months have gone by and I actually haven't heard, and this is really the convincing point for me, all in all, I haven't heard one critique of himself. In all the things I've watched, I haven't heard him even... Okay, maybe in front of Whittaker. I mean, Cameron, he won't be humble at all. I haven't heard him say, you know what? There's things I could do better. Now, what he did do was, oh, yeah, I wasn't taking my training seriously, / I moved my trainer. I've changed my trainer. That's external though. People love to do this. Oh, the world is the world's fault. My training was bad. They all be doing that rubbish. Those aren't real bars. You're the fighter in there, the grown-ass man who's been doing this 10 years. I couldn't really care less who's in your corner. To be honest. Once you're 10 years into the game, you should more or less know what you're doing. You've been doing it for 10 weeks in camp for that specific person. So the corner can't make you fight. I haven't heard him say anything. Not one concession made. And yet, the guy who can't make one concession for a woeful performance at the very least, even if you think he didn't quit, is sitting there telling you a minute ago, oh, I'm the guy, I was born to be the guy. Delusional. Not just off for me. And if you bring him back to that place, this delusional guy, we'll do some more delusional whoop again. That's my base case now. I'm signing off on it.
So in those 5 rounds, what did you learn about Ben?
It's fast. Tires quick. He's in between weights, or a cruiserweight and a light heavy. I think he struggles a bit.
I think a lot big.
No, like
Thank you very much.
He is quite big footweight, to be fair. It's hard. It's hard in there. He's never been in a 12-round fight. I have. I've had 4.
Ben? Is it round 6? On April the 20th? Or are we starting afresh?
Round 6, round 1, round 2, round 3, whatever round it will be, I'll be there.
Liam? What happens?
I win.
How?
You see what I mean as well? Historically speaking, Whittaker is the guy who makes the predictions, super duper flashy with it, mugging the hell off and whatnot. And now it's a bit like a month ago or so, and someone said to him, are you going to knock him out? And he was like, oh, well, I'll see how it goes, and, you know, I'm just going the distance, essentially. He didn't want to commit to that. And that's the point I'm getting at. I don't see nothing in there. Even for one fight, you should be able to muster it. I'm dying in this ring. I'm not getting that I'm dying in this ring bars from Whittaker. He gets asked the question, he's like, well, yeah, you know, round 6 or round 1 or round 5 or, yeah, well, I don't know about the knockout. He might be broken, seriously. He might be broken. This might be like the Naz versus Barrera type thing, but completely different circumstances. Naz has done it, most of it already, right? This dude, he looks like he's nazzing out to me. And he's been, I guess you can argue though, to his credit, well, why be, if he was nazzing out, why take this fight? He didn't need to take this fight. He wasn't obligated to take this fight. If he was really shook to his boots, he could have gone in another direction and fight Stiflers for the next 10, 15 years. Fair point. We're never going to know until the bell goes on Sunday night.
Laughing. That's what I mean. He's like laughing.
He took it serious. He laughed himself.
He's like, no, but I mean, like, he actually believes that I ain't got a chance. When he gets tired again, he's gonna think, here we go again. It's like a tattoo, the pain. You always want another one. You always want another tattoo. But then when you're in the chair, you think, oh, I can remember the pain. That's what it's going to be like for him. The pain.
Awful.
The
You must have
pain.
written that down in your notes.
The
That
pain.
did not sound good,
It's
bro.
going to come back like that. And all these flashbacks are all going to come
The boogeyman.
into his head.
He thinks he's the boogeyman.
No, I'm not
Jeepers
a boog-
creepers going to turn up in my dreams. By the sounds of it. Just turn up. Hope your cam's good.
Hey bro, listen man, you were spooked. Talking about Jeepers Creepers, you were spooked. Is the truth, man. Spooky looking ass dude. Look at this. Spooky looking dude. But you were spooked, man. He did give you the heebie-jeebies. He did. That's what happened. To be fair to him. You got tired and you started having nightmares. Yeah? You're spooky with it. That's what you are. Yeah? That's what happened. He's telling you what happened, and that I'd bet my life on it. I would, seriously. If there was 2 odds, did Ben Whittaker get injured, or did he get knackered and gassed and jacked? I'm betting, seriously, I bet my life on it. I'd push that button right now. I'd probably lose, but you get the point. Anyway, we've got one more clip to do. I think it's around 1950.
Things didn't work out with Sugar. I went back to my amateur coach situations. He's been in
He's talking about his training camp situation now.
fights. He knows how to structure a camp. And he came from the same schooling as what I had in my first couple fights. He was a crunk boxer. And things didn't work out with Sugar. I went back to my amateur coach. And I was just doing what I wanted, if I'm honest. Turning up, saying I'm going to do this today. And was going on about it. Down the line we thought, we'll have to get a head coach, blah, blah, blah. But like I said, the blessing in disguise happened. I got one of the best coaches in the game.
That change was going to happen anyway.
Yeah, it was going to happen anyway.
So it's not just because of this fight.
No, and that's what I like. A lot of people, oh, he's doing it. My team know it's going to happen, but I thought, well, we'll just see how it goes. We'll just keep going as long as we can, then we'll get somebody in. But like I said, this blessing in disguise happened. I got one of the best in the game now. And he's not just a coach, he's a good father figure. We do everything together every day. He's come over with me today. And having someone like that who's been there, done it.
Oh man, he's got daddy issues. That's what this is telling me, man. Who called that? Oops. Who called them bars? Who told you them bars? The light-skinned daddy issues. Oh, Andy Lee, this white man. He's like my daddy. That's mad, man. Come on, man, people, come on. You're a grown-ass man, a 28-year-old man. God gave you 2 hands. Yeah, fuck Andy Lee, to be fair. That's how I feel. That's how I think you need to feel. Fuck him. For example, coach or not, too many of these fighters these days. Hamza Shiraz, another one. I've got a video coming soon. He's changed trainers and they're all in denial. Oh, nah, I was always going to change. Hamza was sucking dude off. That dude from California or whatever, wherever he was training in the States. Oh, me and this cat here, the best thing ever. He decided to jack. He jacked in there with Adamez. Adamez wasn't scared, like all the other plumbers he's been in there with. Adamez had skills, and Hamza, he's not standing there and letting me throw my big shots at him. And he got disheartened. A bit similar situation, really. Yes, Hamza was cute enough to negotiate it, but if Adamez had got on him, he would have jumped out the ring as well. And you can tell that because Hamza after the fight was saying, "Oh, well, I'm glad I got to the end. I've showed I can weather the storm." It wasn't really that much of a storm, mate, because you was able to, you're lanky enough just to pull back, and Adamez would have to recommit, which kept you alive. If you was both the same size, Hamza would have got stopped / jumped out the ring like Whittaker did. That's the only difference, in my opinion. The point is, these men are always looking for McGregor. Listen, I don't rate McGregor, but McGregor made some good bars years ago when he was with, he's still with him, John Kavanagh, his trainer. All these other guys, they're always moving teams, and McTapper, essentially, he critiqued that. Now, is it good or is it not to change teams? You can learn things from other people, but it's the driver behind that, in my opinion. Yeah? You should really change trainers or bring someone new in when you're winning. If you do it when you're losing, you're basically blaming everyone else. That's what you're doing. Especially when the fight before, you're sucking them guys off. Oh, this is the best thing. This trainer's the best trainer. I've never seen him. This guy's 10 out of 10. And you lose because of actions you made. Both of these occasions, Hamza and Ben Whittaker had issues with themselves. You can't say either of them 2 fighters had bad training advice, for example. They didn't want to fight. That's what we saw in both fights. Hamza didn't really want to, you know what, let's have it then. Let's have it, Fidel Castro. Me and you right now. He didn't want to do that. Yeah? A lot of these new age man, they're bullies. They're wicked at beating a plumber up. When they get in somewhere their level, or when it looks like it's going to be a tough fight, my dad wasn't around, and now Andy Lee's my dad. Come on, people. That's dead. Yeah? Fuck Andy Lee. You should feel like, I don't need no man in this corner. It's me and you. At the end of the day, me and him. Yeah? Me and him right now. That's what it is. There could be 50 people in your corner and none in mine. You're still getting it. Is what I'm looking for. That's what I think. That's the premium thought to have. When you're sitting here putting out all your daddy issues. Oh, he's a great father figure. Really? Really? What's he going to do when the shots are flying? Nothing is what he's going to do. You've got 2 choices. In any given situation, you have 2 choices. You sit on the boat approaching the beaches of Normandy and piss yourself, or you get off it and storm them. That's what you do. Bottom line. There's no other thing. There's no Andy Lee about it. There's no he's like my dad and he could have been my dad. There's none of that about it. It's just not. I'm sorry. And I'm yet to see. I'm yet to see evidence to the contrary. I'm yet to see. Show me evidence that tells you that a corner can fight for you. And they can give you some advice in that. I'm trying to think of great turnarounds. I think Fury versus Wilder 3 was a bit of a turnaround. Sugar Hill said get on your jab. But most of the times, Fury was in that fight though. It's different when you're getting washed. Yeah, because to the contrary, when Fury was getting boxed up by Usyk, he didn't want to go in there and storm the beach. So when you're in there with a basketball player, and Fury was on top at that point. When you're in there with a basketball player, and you're in control like he was with Wilder 3, and Wilder's wilting, and Wilder's like this, big daddy long legs, about to keel over, you're more receptive. Yeah, just put your jab out there and get on him. When you're in there with Usyk and it's time to work, in both fights, Sugar Hill was saying, let's go, let's fight. He didn't want to fight. So it comes from within. The trainer, that example proves, it has to come from within. You have to believe you can win. Fury didn't believe he could win in the last 6 rounds of both fights with Usyk. He was broken in there. He didn't want to go for broke. And there's no amount of trainers or whatever else that's going to give you that. It has to come from within, in my opinion. But what do I know? Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like for the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this. Some people stop it. Bosh.